Hi Wildings, welcome to your reading for Pick a Pile Channeled Messages, what your person wishes they could tell you. As always, I've left a brief description of each reading in the very bottom of the description box. So if you're practicing any kind of self-care at the moment, like avoiding triggers or only receiving readings on particular topics, that's always there for you as an option to choose your reading. But for everyone else, I'd recommend just using your intuition wherever your intuition is sending you, choosing the pile either 1, 2, or 3 to receive your channeled messages for what your person wishes they could tell you. And whatever pile you choose, I will see you there momentarily. Hey there, pile 1, welcome to your reading for what your person wishes they could tell you. So if you chose this beautiful red crystal, then this reading is probably for you. But as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a general reading, so there will be messages here for specific people. There will be better interpretations of some of the messages based on your current situation. So just using your intuition and discernment here. But let's see what Spirit has for you in terms of what your person wishes they could tell you. So we're just using this astrology deck to get the general themes of your reading first. So to begin with, we have Aries energy. It's obviously the first zodiac. It's a cardinal sign, fire sign. It's clarified by the affirmation I am. Aries is also to do with the first house of the body, and it's also associated with our Mars placement, so our kind of passion and drive, as well as like self and identity in that first house. Then we have our Cancer card, which is to do with the fourth house of like roots, family, and kind of where we feel safe and comfort. It's associated with our moon placement, and obviously it's a water sign. Then we also have the Grand Trine, which is an indication of blessings or good fortune in astrology. But let's get a little bit more specific around what messages your person wishes they could tell you using this traditional tarot. Spirit, what do we have for pile 1 in regards to what their person wishes they could tell them? Spirit, what do we have for pile 1, please? Spirit, what do we have for pile 1, please? Spirit, what do we have for pile 1 in regards to what their person wishes they could tell them? What else does pile 1's person wish? What does pile 1's person wish they could tell them, please, Spirit? Can we clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please? Can we clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please? Can we clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, please? And the Four of Wands, please. Jesus. Alright, so there's a bit that your person wants you to know. Okay, so for pile 1, I'm going to say that most of you here will probably resonate with this kind of like Cancer energy, if not in an actual placement in your chart, in the kind of like watery, emotive nature of the element. And also its association to both the moon, which is obviously a very intuitive intuitive placement, and it's also come out here again. So I'm going to assume that the majority of you here are this kind of like moon energy. And also I think you'll resonate potentially with the 4th house of like family and roots and home and stability and comfort. And I'd say for most of you, that will be the dominant energy within you, and you'll be asking about this kind of like more Aries energy. But obviously it's a general reading, so feel free to reverse that if that does not fit your situation. Readings like these can easily be flipped. But I'd say for the majority of you, yeah, you're definitely kind of like more this Cancer, watery, feminine, intuitive energy. And the person that you're asking about is kind of like this Aries, fiery kind of energy. And what I'm seeing straight away here, pile 1, is that you potentially are in separation from this person, and also before you guys went into separation, it may have been a bit of a shock for you, because I'm getting that you were really seeing the future in this connection, seeing it as a possibility in terms of like marriage and partnership and like long-term connection. Like I'm definitely seeing that this separation was like something of a shock to you, in that you just weren't expecting it to go that way. When you guys met, I'm getting that you were probably kind of like pretty sure that this was going to be end game for you. Like you were definitely picking up on like a marriage vibe. And what your person wants to tell you is that not to stress about the timing of things. I'm getting that maybe like you're kind of a little bit rattled right now, because you're really wanting to step into this Queen of Pentacles, like kind of mothering, nurturing, earthy goddess energy. But you weren't able to, because this connection went into a separation before you got to kind of like live out that kind of mothering, nurturing energy. Like there was a death of this connection before you reached this potential, and before this before you could see kind of the fruits of what you expected from this connection, it was kind of over. But this death card coming out in reverse, it's telling me that like it was actually necessary for this separation to occur in order to create a new cycle, where you're going to be able to step into this Queen of Pentacles energy differently in the future. Like you're going to be able to step into that energy in a more empowered way in the future. Because I'm getting that your person, like I'm actually getting that both of you weren't ready. Like there was learning that both of you needed to do on your own before you can experience these blessings. And your person, whether they're conscious of it in the 3D or not, in the 5D, they know that the two of you need to go do some work on yourselves for sure. So the only way that you can experience a potential victory and this relationship going the way that you kind of expected was to separate. Had you not separated, this connection would have never gone the way that you wanted it to go anyway, because you both just like weren't ready for it. Like you both, I'm sensing like could see a future for sure. But like there was just a little bit of a mismatch that would have ended in the destruction of this relationship had you not separated and created that safe space for each other to do like healing work. I'm getting that the relationship was potentially a little bit off balance. I'm getting that your person maybe wasn't as, I'm getting that both of you probably weren't on the spiritual level that you were destined to arrive at. But your person definitely didn't feel ready. I think maybe this kind of like Aries person, like the fiery energy person, kind of panicked and wanted to back away maybe a little bit more obviously. But I'm sensing from you like you weren't all in either. Like there was some things that were like blocking you from giving yourself fully to this connection as well. Even though like intuitively you could see like this beautiful future and potential marriage to this connection. And I think maybe a a lot of the reason why you're both blocked on either side was that you could feel that your like Aries person, whether you are the Aries person or they're the person you're asking about, wasn't able to step into this like King of Wands energy, which is like kind of leader, visionary kind of energy. And it's about taking control in the relationship and like being that kind of like creative motivator and energizer in the relationship. Yeah, I'm getting that the Aries person definitely wasn't taking action into stepping into that potential, and they were potentially blocked by some of the betrayals of their past that had left them feeling really disempowered and unclear. Like they had healing to do in that regard. And like maybe there was a similar situation for you, but I'm getting that this Aries person was kind of like more obviously needing of healing. But how they were showing up was not good for either of you. But pile 1, your person definitely wants you to know that you both needed space, and your person definitely, like this Aries person definitely needed space to step into their fullness and kind of return to their own power and their own clarity, kind of like get over some of the betrayals in their past through doing a lot of healing work is what I'm getting. But let's get more messages from your person. What does your person want you to know? Pile 1. What does your person want you to know? Let's be honest with each other. I'm sensing that maybe pile 1, for the majority of you here that are this Cancer energy, like maybe you were in a little bit of denial about this connection and about the healing that needed to be done on both sides. But your person is like very, like I'm getting like kind of blunt about it. Like they definitely need that know that you guys need space and time and healing. But I think like this may also indicate that they want to like talk to you in the future and be more honest about like kind of what went down the first time. Yeah, I have feelings for you, but my fears are getting in the way. So this is definitely to do with this betrayal and lack of empowerment and clarity. Knowing them, no pile 1 that them stepping away had nothing to do with how they felt about you. It was about how they felt about themselves and about the betrayals from their past that they needed to heal so that they weren't bringing in that negative energy into this connection. So we also have, I can feel our connection getting stronger. I'm struggling to resolve my life. We need a heart-to-heart talk. So I'm getting from this, I can feel our connection getting stronger is, I think in the space, this person's actually a lot more clear about what this connection actually means to them and how important it was. I think maybe the first time they weren't really showing up being very clear about what this connection could be. Even though they probably like kind of saw this 4 of Wands like potential marriage energy like right from the start. I'm sensing that they potentially like definitely didn't show that because I don't think they were as certain about this connection as maybe you were. But in the space, they've definitely felt more connected to you in a spiritual way. And their feelings have definitely developed in the time that you've been apart. But I think being apart has definitely like brought up a lot of stuff for them. They're definitely like in a lot of pain, and it's kind of making it a little bit hard for them to resolve some of their betrayal issues. They're definitely doing the work though. I would say it's just like really slow, and I'd say this energy to me is saying like, I think they think they're doing a worse job than what they actually are. Like I think they expected to heal a lot faster and to be able to resolve a lot of the issues in their life like kind of overnight. But when you're healing like big stuff, that's just not how it happens. It does take time. But they definitely want to have a heart-to-heart talk with you and maybe like clue you in on some of the stuff that they've been going through and like really connect with you. Let's see what else. I plan on contacting you and I wish I had the courage to be honest. So I think your person definitely wants to reconnect. I think they're maybe just not sure if it's the right thing to do right now, because they do feel like they haven't resolved enough yet. And there could be a mix of people here. Like some people, their person might reach out even though they know they're not perfect, and being prepared to go back into separation, or being prepared to kind of like show up very imperfectly. But there will be some of you here that will kind of like just like carry on this planning phase a little bit longer, just to be like a little bit more sure that they're in a good place to like actually reach out and contact you. And they're definitely wishing that they had the courage to be more honest with you the first time around. Like I'm getting that like they were definitely probably honest about like things not really working and you guys needing space, but I don't think they were ever really honest about their feelings, or about how strongly they felt this connection. Like I'm getting that they probably held back a little bit in regards to that sort of stuff. But let's see what's in the love oracles for you, pile one. Yeah, healing heart. So your person's definitely healing from heartbreak and freeing themselves from past toxic behaviors. They're absolutely doing their best. I think they give themselves a harder time than potentially they deserve. Like I think they deserve a lot more credit than what they're potentially giving themselves. Let's see, pile one, what else do we have? So we also have heartbroken. I'm getting this is like this, I'm struggling kind of energy. Like they're just, as I was saying before, just like really heartbroken. Yeah, I think they definitely feel like, they're feeling like the pain of this like past betrayal for sure. And like, I think the separation's kind of bringing up a lot for them around this betrayal, like making them face it and making them like unpack it. Like I'm getting that they're kind of ignoring this betrayal from the past until they were heartbroken from separating from you. But they're definitely making a lot of progress, this boat card indicates. And they're definitely creating the healing that they need. And they're like entering into a new phase of like growth and just like more emotional resilience. Like I'm getting that maybe this betrayal like really sunk into them and hurt them like so much, but I think they're kind of like seeing it like more as a blessing now than what they did in the past. Yeah, so I think there's opportunity for both of you to trust the purity of both your own heart and each other's heart. And there's probably some answers there for both of you in terms of the healing that needs to be done. And also like potentially there's some answers outside of you as well. Like I think these two cards coming out is kind of like showing a nice balance of looking within, but also seeking what you can from outside of you, like such as readings like this, or just like maybe some books on like attachment or love, or you know, whatever, to kind of like help you form a more well-rounded perspective of this relationship. I'm definitely getting that spirit wants you to like just really focus on your learning and grow, and so does your person. Like your person definitely wants you to like seek what's within you and what's without you to learn from, because they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to learn so that they can come back to this connection and like see this kind of Four of Wands energy actually manifest, because it definitely wasn't going to happen the first time around. Do we have any affirmations for pile one to get them through this time, please? Whoop. Okay, I'm going to take the top two cards. So we have, I accept and release everything everything in my life that is beyond my power to change, and I cleanse my entire being from negative energy. So I'd say pile one that like potentially you need to release yourself from the responsibility of this person's healing. Like, let their healing be their healing and just worry about yours, because you really can't control their healing. Like, there was no way that you could show up that would have caused them to overcome this betrayal wound. They really had to do that on their own. And I think, like, also, like, both of you letting go of negative energy from the past, like, the way that you were hurting each other wasn't about each other. It was about your own pain that you were both holding on to and that you both needed to clear and learn from. It was never personal. It was to do with, like, just pain from the past, essentially, for both of you, but especially from your person. But I think I'm going to leave that here, pile one. I think that's a lot to kind of ponder on. I hope you got everything out of the reading that you really wanted and needed. And if it resonated, please leave a comment below. I love to hear it. But in any case, please like, comment, and subscribe to see me on your page again very, very soon. But it has been a pleasure reading for you. Ciao. Hey there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading for what your person wants to tell you, what your person wants you to know, what they wish they could tell you. We're first just going to check the general themes of what your person's messages are using this astrology deck. And just remembering that it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There will be specific messages here for specific people. There will be interpretations for your situation that are slightly better for you, that may just go against the grain of the dominant energy of the reading. But let's get channeled messages from your person. What do they want you to know? So we have two clarifying cards. The first one's the Venus placement, which has to do with, like, our divine feminine energy, but also love and how we are in relationships. It corresponds to the 7th house of partnerships and the sign of Libra. And then we also have the earth element, indicating, like, stability, but also, like, kind of pentacles, earthy goddess kind of energy. So it's associated with Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. And yeah, the Venus placement also has to do with the 2nd house and the Taurus zodiac sign as well. So, like, kind of heavy Taurus energy. Probably going to be a little bit to do with kind of like that Taurus liking the finer things in life energy. I'm a Taurus moon, I know the feels. But let's get a little bit more about what your person wishes they could tell you using this traditional astrology deck. What does pile 2's person wish they could tell them? Please, Spirit. What does pile 2's person wish they could tell them? Ooh. Anything else about this is interesting. Can we clarify the 8 of Cups, please? And the 3 of Swords. And the Sun card, please. Okay. Yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, pile 2, what I'm getting mostly from this reading is that you're in separation from someone who is very eager to end that separation, probably reasonably soon. It seems like they've kind of entered into a new phase of, like, being able to offer you more love and more stability than what they could in the past, because they've been working on themselves and like this Eight of Cups and Three of Swords energy, which is a separation and kind of abandonment or retreat energy, are both coming up in reverse. So I'm sensing that your person wants to tell you that this kind of separation and them abandoning you is about to come to a close. They want you to know that they're in the process of closing that separation energy. They're kind of like doing what they got to do to be able to come in with a more well-rounded offer for you, because they want you to know that them ending things with you was never like about any like lack or not enoughness on your end or like anything like that. It was all part of the divine plan for them to kind of like go away and work on their stuff, because you illuminated so much stuff to them that they needed to work on. And how it was illuminated to them, I'm getting, is just like an intense desire for you. Like they felt so much intense desire for you, but the first time around, I'm getting for some people that might have been like either very brief or just like kind of like a not a deep knowing of each other. Or like if it was a deep knowing of each other, it was very brief, kind of one or the other. There was either like a brief intense kind of thing or like a not deep but kind of lingering energy. Yeah, this person was like just full of desire for you, and it was this desire that inspired them to go away and do their work. Had they not met you, they probably wouldn't have done all of this, because it was this burning passion inside them that created this desire to like go away, do their work, and come back to you, like able to offer you more love and stability that they weren't able to offer you in the past. I'm getting, yeah, in the past they were like very much lacking action, clarity, like wisdom in this connection. They were probably behaving a little bit immaturely and hot-headedly, maybe being a little bit defensive with you, like shutting you out, or just like yeah, not opening up to you, I'm sensing, because they had some like negative, like false beliefs about kind of love and what they deserved in a partner, that was kind of like not really inspiring them to step up to this connection in their fullness and kind of like meet you in this like passionate and courageous, like loving, like intense energy. Like even though they felt that desire for you, they couldn't act on it. Like they just weren't able to act maybe the same way that you were able to act. And they know that that caused you to be like very insecure, and kind of like shook you a little bit. And yeah, they did not enjoy that. They did not enjoy like kind of bringing out the worst in you, so to say. So they definitely like used that passion for you to like go away and work on some stuff. They had to like step into the fullness of this yang sun kind of energy. And they also wanted to be more abundant and prosperous in their self, because they were like, I'm just getting like a little bit vacant at the time that they met you. And they're definitely planning to come towards you, but I think their plans keep changing. So this Three of Pentacles and Chariot coming both up in reverse, it seems like they can't really make up their mind of like how to approach this connection the second time around. They definitely do feel like in a better place in terms of being able to offer love and stability, but I'm getting that they just don't really know how to go about reconnecting with you so that you can experience this new kind of like new cycle of like romantic connection and love. Yeah, there's still, yeah, something there that's kind of preventing them of like kind of executing their plans. Like I'm kind of getting that they keep changing their plan and keep thinking maybe that they need more time. But let's see if we can get any more specific messages to see if we can illuminate why this is. I miss you more than I've been showing. Yeah, I think maybe they're worried that because they haven't been showing you how they've been feeling, or that they've been missing you or any of that, they're worried that you've kind of like maybe taken that as gospel, and they think that maybe like maybe you've left them in the past because they weren't able to show you how they really felt. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot and a lot. Okay, I feel that connection getting stronger. Yeah, they definitely feel the connection getting stronger, and that like they feel a pull towards this connection and like kind of reuniting. You feel like home to me. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. Please forgive me, I messed up. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying before. Like, they haven't been showing you how they've been feeling. They think that you've kind of left them behind. I wish I could turn back time. I'm getting the courage to share how I feel. Yeah, this is a lot. Your person feels definitely a lot of things and wants to communicate a lot of things to you. I think, yeah, most of the reason why they're not really sure how to reapproach this is just like kind of their own like fear and worrying that you won't forgive them. And just like a little bit of, yeah, they're confused in terms of like how to actually express their feelings for you. I'm getting this is more to do with like actually coming back. Yeah, I regret my actions and I want forgiveness. They're definitely, yeah, they're definitely wanting a lot of forgiveness from you, I'm getting. And they know they're going to have to ask for forgiveness. And I think that's definitely causing them to hesitate as well. Because they knew that you deserved a lot better, but they just weren't in a place to be able to give it to you then. But yeah, they definitely want to give you what you deserve, which is so much more love and stability. And I'm getting that they really regret this mask that they've put on in terms of like not showing you how they feel. And they definitely want to express love. They want to like reconnect with you in some way. I'm not really sure how, they seem not sure how to do it. And not sure if like you'll even take them back. And not sure if they've done enough healing and shadow work in themselves either, to be worthy of your love, because they definitely put you on a pedestal. But yeah, they're definitely thinking about like seducing you and like starting dating again. They definitely like have a lot of love for you. They regret running away for sure. And they want to offer you more security and stability than they did in the past, for sure. It's a lot of like good energy here, guys. Like I think most of it from your person, like most of the stuff from your person is like fear-based, but they definitely feel like the work that they've been able to do because of this connection, because of the shadow work that they've been doing, has put them in a much more abundant like mindset, but also like having more abundance in their life because of all this love that they feel for you. And so they kind of want to enjoy that in the physical. Like they're kind of like sick of doing this work on their own, and they want to like enjoy this connection fully in the physical, and like share this like kind of abundance that they've gained from doing shadow work with you. But let's see if there are any affirmations. But yeah, let's see if there are any affirmations for you. So we have, I cleanse my entire being, I'm free from negative energy. So definitely, I think this person wants you to cleanse the negative energy that you might be holding on from the past of this relationship, and they definitely want to do the same, like cleanse the negative energy from the past of this relationship for sure, and like really start fresh with you. This like Page of Cups that came up, it's all about kind of like new love, fresh starts, like having like cupful kind of like abundance of love. Yeah, there's lots of synchronicities here in terms of like love and abundance and just like being so overflowing with love. But yeah, I think they're getting their pile too. Like I would say they're probably not that far away. Just be patient, let them kind of like play out this last little bit, and just like really work on kind of letting go of the past within yourself, and like work on embracing the kind of forgiveness that you guys will need to move on with a completely fresh slate. I think that's what's kind of really important right now for you to know. But I think I'm going to leave that there, pile 2. I think that's enough to kind of take away from this reading. I hope it brought you all of the clarity that you were wanting or needing today, and I hope to see you back on this page again very, very soon. So please like, comment and subscribe to make that happen. Thanks. Hey there, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading for what your person wishes they could tell you or what your person wants you to know. So if you chose this beautiful carnelian crystal, then this reading is probably for you. But as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a general reading, so for the majority of people, there will be some slight deviation from the general energy of this reading. So just using your intuition and discernment to know which messages are for you, which ones aren't, which ones have a better interpretation for your situation. But we're first just getting the general themes of what your person wants you to know using this astrology deck. Seems like there's a fair bit that your person wants you to know. So we have the 5th house of creativity. It's also associated with the sun. It's associated with Leo energy. It can be also to do with offspring and pleasure and fun and all that sort of stuff. Then we have the 9th house, which has a lot to do with spiritual development. It's associated with Sagittarius energy as well as Jupiter. So it has a lot to do with abundance, good fortune, as well as seeking and curious energy. Then we have Mars, which is our masculine placement. It also has to do with our passion and drive. It's associated with the 1st house of self and identity and kind of Aries energy, but it's also associated with the 8th house of beginnings and endings and kind of reinvention and renewal, which is also kind of a Scorpio energy. And then we also have Aquarius, which has to do with the 11th house of groups and friendships and broader societal groups. It's obviously an air sign, and it's considered a very kind of woke spiritual sign. The affirmation of I know kind of reflects just being so connected and so in the flow of life that you just know what's going on essentially. But let's get more specific about what your person wants you to know. Okay, I'm just gonna take the first and last cards here. What does Pile 3's person want them to know, please, Spirit? What does Pile 3's person want them to know? What does Pile 3's person wish they could tell them? Can we clarify this 9 of Wands energy, please? And the High Priestess and 6 of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we've got a bit here. Okay, Pile 3, I'm getting that the person you're asking about is probably a pretty woke person, and I'm getting that you are probably as well. I'm getting that for the majority of you, you're kind of very evenly matched with this person, but for others of you, maybe you feel this person is more woke than you. Whether or not that's true is a little bit vague, but the person definitely is pretty clued on with stuff. And your person definitely wants you to let go of a lot of the anxiety that you have around this connection, because there's so much good coming for the two of you. And your person just really wants you to relax and ease into it. I'm getting that, kind of this connection is pretty much end game. It's basically decided by your person that you guys are gonna reconnect and be a thing. this person like desires a connection with you so much, and they're gonna just like keep working at it until they can make that come true. Like I'm getting that this person is probably like a very beautiful mix of like all of these energies. Like I'm getting that they're like definitely seeing like this connection is like gonna happen, and they're very certain about it. They're very passionate about it. They know that this is like a very spiritual partnership where the two of you can like learn a lot from each other. And they definitely feel a lot of like sexual desire for you. And like I'm getting that they potentially want to start a family with you. The 5th house can be to do with like offspring. So they definitely see so much in the future for the two of you, but I think from where they're standing, they probably think that maybe you aren't quite on the same page. Like I'm getting that you're probably more in this uncertainty, the Hanged One kind of energy. Like it seems like maybe for whatever reason you're a little bit disconnected from your intuition right now, and like you're kind of like not seeing this relationship is either coming back together or transitioning into a new phase, or whatever it is. Like I'm just getting that you're kind of like not seeing it, but your person is definitely seeing it. Like the 2 of Cups is like a universal partnership card, and the Page of Cups is like this real abundance of like new love, like an overflowing of it. But yeah, it seems like you're definitely uncertain. Like, I think maybe you're this reverse Queen of Wands energy of like really in a lot of like doubt and like uncertainty, and maybe like almost kind of wanting to give up on this connection I'm getting. Like essentially kind of like right before it your person is intending to come back together with you, because I'm sensing that it's created a lot of like anxiety within you, and it's kind of like made you really want to let this connection go. Like I think it's really pushed you to your limit in terms of like kind of what you can handle, and I think a lot of that has to do with like a lot of past karma coming up for you. That yeah, it's kind of like, so a Page card is like a very youthful and innocent kind of card, and I'm getting from these all coming out together that it's just like kind of bringing up a lot for you in terms of like kind of maybe overcoming some naivety and like overcoming some like youthfulness, and like just like I don't see you standing fully in your power yet. Like I think there's something stopping you from feeling super empowered, and kind of like taking this Page energy into like this Queen of Wands, or like just like, yeah, there's definitely like some sort of stickiness with you that your person wishes that you didn't feel like. And maybe let's find out a little bit more about what your person wishes they could tell you as to why maybe you're experiencing a lot of doubt and lack and uncertainty when it comes to this connection, even though your person feels pretty sure. Okay, we were not ready for all that happened. Like I'm getting that maybe you still don't feel ready, pile 3, but your person definitely wasn't ready at the time. Maybe your person actually stepped away because they felt like you weren't ready is what I'm getting. Like they knew you weren't ready, and that it was like kind of like asking too much of you. I miss you more than I've been showing. I need to trust the way that I feel. Look, I'm getting like a fair bit of certainty in terms of like them coming back to you. And maybe they didn't trust, like maybe they like are really empowered now, but they weren't when you guys kind of left things. Please believe in us. This connection is worth the wait. Yeah, I think this person definitely feels like some of the stickiness is definitely coming from your end in terms of like not trusting this connection. I have so much guilt for the way I treated you. So I'd say maybe the reason why you're going through a lot of like anxieties and like not trusting that this connection is going to come back together with as much certainty as your person is because maybe they didn't treat you as well the last time around. Maybe that's really what fueled their certainty, because you treated them so much better than they treated you. And then I'm scared to open my heart to love again. I think maybe your person, especially with a lot of this like fiery energy, like this is Leo energy, this is Aries energy, this is Sagittarius energy. Like I think maybe in their passion, they potentially burned you a lot. And it wasn't like ever from a place of maliciousness. It was a place from like an intense, fiery, passionate energy. But I'm getting that you're like quite soft. And maybe that was just like too much for you. And so they ended up hurting you and not like kind of honoring your gentleness, and maybe like trying to charge you up as much as they were charged, but it just wasn't a fit for you. And so like they're scared that they're going to do that again for sure. They think that potentially they're like maybe a little bit fiery and stubborn and like kind of like go their own way kind of a person, and they're worried that they're going to get caught up in all of that and maybe not create enough space for you again. There's definitely like I'm getting like from you maybe a little bit of lack of self-worth, and maybe it's kind of like creating some like fear of abandonment, and kind of like creating this kind of like chaser archetype where like I'm getting kind of like this kind of like youthful, feel like you're always going to be chasing them and like never kind of where they're at. I'm getting that probably you need a little bit more time in this connection, and your person knows you need more time because they really broke your heart and this separation really hurt you. But they do want to like connect with you and talk to you again because like I was saying before, they definitely see you as endgame. Like I don't think they are imagining their life with anyone else other than you. But yeah, there's a lot of just like messiness here on both sides, like stickiness. But yeah, your person like definitely doesn't want to come in like this house on fire as it did last time and like destroy everything in its path. Like they want to be like much more stable in security and secure with you, and like able to offer you something like a little bit more like earthy and calm, like this palm tree. And yeah, they definitely want to watch out for their past behavior, and however that manifested with you, that's definitely something that they're conscious about. Like they don't want that to happen again. But do we have anything else? Yeah, I think your person considers time precious and that you're potentially wasting each other's time the first time around. And I don't think they want to necessarily waste too much time before like reconnecting. But they don't want to like reconnect with you when you're not ready either, because they know that'll be wasting both of your time. So let's see what affirmations we've got. I'm filled with creative energy and I'm ready to manifest. I think this your person's definitely manifesting you, but I don't know if you're necessarily manifesting them back because of all this stuff from the past. Like there's definitely a lot of just like messy energy here. So it might be worth kind of like connecting to your creative side, which I kind of like mentioned before with this Queen of Wands in reverse. Like it seems like there's maybe a little bit of lack of that kind of fiery, passionate, creative kind of energy. Like it might be worth connecting to that and seeing what energy you can put out for the future of this connection. Because if you're putting out energy, like kind of worry about the past, then like that's just a lot of energy going into the past. Whereas it might be more fruitful for you to use that energy in creating your future, because your person definitely wants to create a future with you and they see that. but it'd be nice for it to come from both sides. Like, it'd be nice for you to be co-creating together. And I think that would definitely help the overall energy of this relationship right now. But I think I'm going to leave that there, pile 3. I hope you got everything out of this reading that you really wanted and needed. And I hope to see you back on this channel again very, very soon. So please like, comment, and subscribe, especially if your reading resonated, to make that happen. And I will see you then.